Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married to Medicine, Season 11, Episode 17, Reunion Part 2. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. Listen, the way that each of these episodes ended, baby, y'all gonna need 24-hour security just to walk around Atlanta. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It's something wrong with y'all. I don't know what's going on. So we pick up where we left off because remember Contessa had just said that, she had heard some stuff about Dr. Damon Daddy on the streets. Okay. So then Dr. Simone said, well, a girl came up to me and said that he asked for her number. And then Heavenly, last episode, said, well, do you believe her? And we're back. So Contessa said, well, you seem like a miserable person to be with. So, he needs some joy. So then Heavenly tells Contessa, girl, your breasts are way over there. So don't talk to me with your botched surgery. This is the thing. When we were first introduced to Dr. Contessa, and this is for those of us that have been watching since season 1, when she was ushered in, Heavenly was already hazing her, calling her Contessa. But then they soon became fast friends. Now we all know because she told us that her mom passed from breast cancer. And so she had some of those same genetic traits. So to get ahead of it, she had a mastectomy. And immediately upon Heavenly saying that, I was like, damn, why would you say that? And this is the part that makes it bad. Now, if you and I were friends or ever close acquaintances, certain things you know about me that other people don't know. Now, true enough, she did tell us through the TV, but what makes it so bad is that Heavenly knows these things personally and she still chooses to say them. It's just nasty and ignorant. And I don't care how you try to slice it and dice it and spin it. And nobody could ever make me hate her. That's cool. But at the same time, these things that are coming out of her mouth, they affect other people. And she wouldn't be here for her family and for her children. So for you to sit here and talk about some botched surgery, and then last week you put her teeth up on the Twitter, like that's just crazy. So then here come Dr. Jackie with the fake trembling voice, honey, because it sure wasn't no tears, talking about what makes me sad. And I'm sad. Are you sad? Because this ain't one of them lemon squeezes. Are you sad? Ma'am, please turn to your friend and tell her to quit it. It's okay to tell her to quit. She's still going to be your friend at the end of the day. You were just trying to run an interference and you ain't fooling me. Okay, talking about they were once friends, girl. You don't give a damn about them being friends. And y'all are not fooling me. So then Dr. Simone says, well, Contessa has been hurt by Heavenly's words on social media. And no matter what she said to you in private as her girlfriend, you shouldn't go and reiterate that on social media. So then Heavenly was like, well, I already apologized for that. You talking about some old stuff. I already apologized. Andy is trying to make her see, ma'am, it's a pattern. Okay. So then Heavenly turns to Andy and said, do you want me to stop my social media, Andy? He said, no, they do. But if you were on there talking about me, then I would want you to stop it too. She said, oh, I don't talk about you, baby, so we good. No, we're not. No, we're not. You're not getting it. And girl, you better quit because I don't think that Andrew is amused. I was watching his face through this whole second half of this reunion, and he is not feeling the cast of Married to Medicine. He is just not. You can tell his emotions are red on his face. So I could tell he was kind of enjoying the Potomac reunion. I can tell when there are seasons that he's not. I've seen him really enjoy the Married to Medicine reunions. And I could tell this season he does not. So girl, you better get it together or leave it alone. Moving forward. So then Contessa says that they had a genuine relationship, but it just trips her out because some of the things that Heavenly says, she's starting to question, was it even real? I don't think Heavenly knows how to be a friend because growing up, she didn't have friends. So now as an adult, she's trying to cultivate those relationships and she's not familiar with those spaces. And I'm not giving her an excuse. I'm just saying what it is. Some people just simply do not know how to be a friend. And Dr. Heavenly didn't even hear a word that Contessa was saying, child. The bottom line is y'all just need to stay away from each other. Then we move on to Letitia's package, aka Sweet Tea. Andy asked Sweet Tea if she has any news about her having a baby. She says she had 2 IUIs that failed and her consultation for IVF is in March. Baby, not Andy asking if it was through Dr. Jackie. Talking about, are you using Dr. Jackie? What about Dr. Simone? Now, let me tell you something. I wouldn't let that lady anywhere near me, but that's just me. Because let me tell you how I get down. Once you show me who you are, I believe that. Just the same way she sat there with those fake tears trying to muster them up to run an interference is the same way she sat there blank-faced to apologize to us for things that she didn't want us to hear because it was actually kitchen table talk. Now, some of you can say, well, no, we just have to. We're dying in record numbers. That's all I'm going to say. So she's like, no, I'm actually going through Emory. Now, Andy, you know dang on well that Sweet Tea cussed Dr. Jackie out last season. So the answer is absolutely not. Moving forward. So then a viewer brings up Dr. G giving her a cutoff of 2 years and how, that's a lot of pressure. She said what he meant was after 2 years, he wants to try other routes. Sweet Tea, now you can sell that to somebody who's buying it. And baby, I cannot afford to. We ain't got paid yet. Girl, no. He meant 2 years finito, according to what I saw. Now, it may not be, but that's what it looked like to me. So Andy wants to know how old Dr. G is, and she said he was 56. I think she said 56 or 58, but I'm pretty sure she said 56. So then Dr. Simone starts yapping at the mouth about how it's different when you're older, talking about, Andy, you have children. Ma'am, stop being Captain Obvious. We know you can't throw the ball, run and catch it, and do all that other kind of stuff once you get older. Okay, that's grandparents' age. And then you got a whole brand new baby and all that. We get it. So Andy is looking at her like, girl, what are you even talking about? Okay, what? So Toya said, girl, I think you're insulting Andy. Are you okay? Andy is. Dr. Simone always talking and taking up for Dr. G. She did that same thing when she was hollering in Quad's face seasons ago for her to go ahead and get that man a baby. Now she's sitting here talking about he doesn't want to be 80 years old at a high school graduation. Well, then why does he keep asking for kids? Because he is not the curious case of Benjamin Button. He know damn well how old he is. So if he doesn't want to have children and be in kindergarten at 72, then he needs to cut it. Cut it. Cut it. Cut it. He need to cut it. He need to cut it. So then Andy brings up the age gap thing and he asks Sweet Tea, what are the 3 steps to landing a man with money? And child, she don't know. She said the women deserve to be loved and provided for. And what's wrong with that? I know that's right, honey. So then Quad agrees with her. And she said, I actually agree. I know you're probably shocked. A man should do what he can to provide for you and hear you when you speak. He should not shun you. Quad, oh my God. Oh Lord, honey. She doesn't think it's right to dismiss someone when they're trying to get through to you. So Andy wanted to know, are you referring to Dr. G? And she is. So then Sweet Tea says, you're so worried about Gregory. Okay, girl. Now, Sweet Tea. Now, girl, normally I'd be on your side, but I think you took it the wrong way. I really do. I don't think she meant it to slight you. She actually did agree. Now, I can kind of see your side a little bit because although she did agree, there was some underlying petty in there. Letting it be known that I see that he talks to you the same way he talked to me. But I think you're so guarded, you're so on the attack mode that you're not even really listening. I don't think she meant it to slight you. I really don't. Moving forward. So then Sweet Tea was saying that, she was worried about Dr. Gregory and whatnot. And even Andy said, I don't think she cares. I don't think so either, child. Then Quad's voice went up an octave. So y'all know she finna get into it. Telling Sweet Tea, I didn't want him, my dear. You have my scraps. I gave you my scraps. You lay on my old mattress. Oh, child, oh my gosh. She said that Sweet Tea crawled into Dr. G's DMs, promising him a baby and still hasn't made good on her promise. Now, why on earth? That's low. Shout out to Kiki Wide. Why would you say that? That is low as hell. What are you talking about? Like Nene told Sheree, I wouldn't go there with the kid thing. Okay, I wouldn't go there with the kid thing. Don't do that. That is crazy. Baby, look, y'all are too cutthroat for me. I've been to cuss all y'all out. And I do mean every last one of y'all. Every one of y'all can get it. And Quad, honey, let us not forget that you're also trying to conceive. So please remember that. Okay? When you want some baby dust sprinkled on you. Why would you talk about that woman knowing what's going on? And see, if she says something back, then everybody gonna be on attack. Like they didn't hear that Quad just went there with her unprovoked. Like, let that go. So Andy wanted to know how Sweet Tea felt about going into the vacation with Quad. Not good. But she said that she was open-minded, but she knew that it would be drama because Quad speaks on her marriage. Girl, y'all speak on each other. Now these two are going back and forth and back. Heavenly then brings up that Sweet Tea called Quad a drunk. Heavenly, please, why do you feel the need to insert yourself every time Quad is speaking with Sweet Tea? Why do you do that? It's okay to let her talk. It's okay. Like, let it go. Because they both mention each other. She says little slick things in the comments. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, but she does say little slick things up and through the comments. And I like Quad. Sweet Tea gets on her YouTube channel, and it seems like she's trying to veer away from saying a lot of stuff about the show. She does different things on her YouTube channel, but she has spoke on Quad before. They both do it. So then Sweet Tea says Quad has issues with drinking, and she has 2 DUIs, and she may be an alcoholic. Now, that's going a little bit too far. Okay, that's some strong allegations. Okay, those accusations are heavy. So they're all saying, well, those are some heavy accusations. And I was just wondering, where did you get that from? Okay, because alcoholic is a bit much. So then Heavenly said, you don't say things like that. Girl, what? You have said worse. If that ain't the pot calling the kettle, calling the pot calling the kettle, girl, please. So then she changed it and said, well, she's maybe not an alcoholic, but she can't hold her liquor, so she shouldn't be drinking. And Gregory had a right to speak up for himself and respond to her. He didn't call her out her name. It doesn't matter. He talks crazy to women, point blank in the period. And again, I like you, Sweet Tea, but right is right and wrong is wrong. He shouldn't be talking to you like that or Quad. I don't give a damn if he's not married to her anymore or not. He shouldn't be speaking to her like that. Heavenly then says, well, he told Quad to shut up. He did not. Okay. But that does not negate the fact that he needs to learn how to speak to women. And also Quad, you shouldn't have uttered a word to them. Nothing. You should have been paying them dust. Let me tell you something. Ignoring a person hurts way worse than directly speaking to them. I mean, Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16, anyone? Britt over there losing her damn mind because Kenya is twirling right on down I-19 or whatever highways y'all got down in Atlanta. She does not pay that girl any attention and she's losing her mind. Y'all need to learn the art of ignoring a heifer. Don't say nothing to him. And like Toya said, a man shouldn't talk to a woman like that at all. So then Dr. Simone brings up how Quad was bragging about her relationship, but then she turned it to Dr. G and Sweet Tea, and she did. A lot of people are forgetting that. I know everybody is thinking about the aftermath and that fight between Dr. G and King and all that. But the bottom line is it started with those questions. Quad then says, no, I want to clear that up. I'm in full support of the Lunsfords, but I want to shout about my relationship to everybody and their mama because I love my man. Okay, Quad, but you still did too much, so you need to own that. So then Andy brings up Heavenly, saying Dr. G isn't respected in the medical community. Heavenly then says that she has no beef and it was wrong, and she apologizes to Sweet Tea. But we all know how Heavenly does. She apologizes, then she takes it right back. Then they read a comment from a viewer wanting to know why Dr. Jackie didn't say anything to Dr. Heavenly about speaking on Sweet Tea's fertility. Now, Heavenly was confused. Did I speak on her fertility? Did I do that? So then Andy reads this tweet that she made about her deceased mother being more capable in hell of having a child than Sweet Tea is. Now, I want to say this. I don't think the viewer was specifically talking about that. I think the viewer was talking about when Heavenly used to do Messy Mondays with Carlos and how they sat up there and said that Sweet Tea had scrambled eggs on her vision board. How Dr. Heavenly said Sweet Tea knew she couldn't have no children. She ain't gonna be able to get that man no baby, but she slid in his DMs. I think that's what they're talking about. Now, granted, this was wrong, but like Heavenly said, this was in retaliation to Sweet Tea saying, your mama's in hell. Both of y'all need to leave the mamas alone. So Heavenly just clapped back. But before that, we're beginning right there. The reason why Sweet Tea said that is because of that Messy Monday and them saying that she had scrambled eggs. You let a man talk about a black woman's reproductive system and say she had scrambled eggs on her vision board. I will never forget because I was watching it live. Baby, I was just in there cooking, honey, Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes. And all of a sudden I heard that. I immediately turned it off. I said, oh, baby, y'all won't get another view from me. Baby, I do not play like that. I do not play like that. So I think that's what they're referring to. But we're going to go with this tweet. Moving forward. So Heavenly basically said that she was retaliating because of what Sweet Tea said about her mom. So now Heavenly sees how it feels. Dr. Jackie said, well, I didn't want to get any on me. Girl, what the hell does that even mean? But you know what? That's not the reason. You feel the exact same way. That's why you always on mute. You allow her to talk and then you just sit back and act like you're the peacemaker, and you ain't fooling me. You are not fooling me. Andy wants to know if she feels that she owes Letitia an apology. Heavenly said, well, I respect her for showing up today because, the other one didn't do it. So I respect her for that. Sweet Tea accepted that because that's the most she gonna get. And she said that maybe she will unblock Dr. Heavenly. And girl, bye. Over on the other side, they show Dr. G, and he's showing up all happy, looking for everybody. Where Letitia at? They was like, oh, she's on set. Oh, they already got started. Where the men at? Skirt. You have been sequestered. For your own safety, you will be down here, okay, below deck. Shout out to Bravo. Upstairs, the men are telling King it seems like he wants to move on, and Dr. Eugene told him, it's not you that he has issues with. I think it's Quad. Which is why all of them do not need to be together. This is a job. I don't want to work with my damn ex. That's crazy. Child, Dr. G didn't think it was going to last this long. Baby, listen. Once you say somebody poses a threat, they will make sure that they are not liable for anything happening between the two of you. So, yes, you're going to be in separate quarters. That's just how it is. Moving forward. So now Dr. Mimi takes the stage, and her dress was really pretty. Hey, girl. She sits on down and we see her time on the show. Andy asks Quad if it's another side that they haven't seen of Dr. Mimi. Quad said, yeah, baby, Dr. Mimi is a good time. So I'm guessing that she'll be back because all of the ladies said that they really liked her. They've learned things from her. So I'm assuming that Dr. Mimi will not be a one and done type situation. Andy asked what Dr. Mimi saw in Sweet Tea as they were getting to know each other. She said that being a newlywed is hard and having others' opinions play a part, especially on a platform like this. Sweet Tea brings up the comparisons that people make between her and Quad. Quad then says, people will compare us naturally, but it's no comparison because you can't compete where you don't compare. Ma'am, see, you could have left the last part out. I was with you. At people naturally comparing y'all. Because it's just human nature. Oh, let me see what he's seeing her. Oh, Quad didn't do that. Oh, Quad look better than this. Oh, Sweet Tea do this better than that. People will naturally do that. But here you go with the dig at the end. You can't compete where you don't compare. Why do you keep doing that? Please stop doing that. Listen, and I want to say this. I'm not too sold on Dr. Mimi because she seems like a flip-flopper. I don't know, just somebody ain't sitting right in my spirit at this moment. Moving forward. Then we move on to Dr. Jackie's time at the White House. She starts to explain the impact of our rights being stripped from us and how we need to stick together. And Black women are impacted by the administration and what they're doing heavily. Dr. Simone says women are coming into her practice wanting to know their rights. And they're terrified in this political climate because they just don't know what will happen if something happens to them during their pregnancies. And that is why I don't play about racial biases, because we're already going through something. We have a lot to fight against already, and we've been getting it at every conceivable angle. And it's truly sad to be worried about when and if you get pregnant, what are your options? That is the heaviest thing ever. Not to mention, you're already worried about being pregnant. That is something hard to go through. A lot of ladies do have easy pregnancies, but a lot of people have different things that happen to them throughout the course of those 10 months. Okay, it's hard out here for a pimp. So Andy wants to know about the mother-in-law stitch. During childbirth, okay, some women tear and they get the mother-in-law stitch so that everything's, sucked up tight. Dr. Jackie said, it's for the husband to enjoy, and it's called the mother-in-law stitch because their sons are happy. Now, me, I didn't tear at all. I didn't even know what was going on, child. I pushed that baby out in 4 pushes. I was like, wait a minute now, let me take my braids down. I don't want him to see me like this when he first see me, child. I was blessed, honey. Blessed. Blessed, honey. Blessed in the spirit. I'm so happy I didn't tell. Andy wanted to know if anybody there had gotten the mother-in-law stitch, and Contessa was like, well, I don't know, because I'm still tight, even though my baby was 10 pounds. So then Andy wanted to know who gets more Botox, Dr. Scott or Dr. Contessa. She said that she gets more, but she wants Scott to get a little bit more, but he doesn't think that men should get it as often as women. So then Andy reveals that he got Botox like a month ago, and Toya told him, what? A month? Oh, child, you need to come to Atlanta. Dr. Simone told him, no, your face will be on froze. Please don't do that. Honey, I know that's right. He'll never have another expression. I'm afraid of Botox. I'll just go ahead and age gracefully. Child, I do have these little strips though, y'all. And I really wish I could get a commission for them. Baby, they work so good. And you just put them on your forehead, your laugh lines, and your crow's feet. I don't have no crow's feet or nothing like that, child. But you put them on your face, and sometimes I sleep with them overnight, and sometimes I just, take them off after an hour or two. And baby, they have that skin looking good. Do you hear me? But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So then Andy wanted Dr. Mimi to give a rapid fire assessment of the ladies using one word. So she's like, yeah, I can do it. She said Dr. Jackie is intentional conversations and corrective. Quad, grief. Heavenly, open your inner child and nurture her. And baby, she got that inner child down pat. Okay, it's giving childish. All the way up and through. Dr. Simone, less rigid, more flexibility. You should have said stop holding them damn grudges. Something is wrong with her. Toya, you got it, girl. You don't need any more validation. Sweet Tea, let them know how to support her because they don't know. Don't forget to add, nor do they care. Because if she did tell them how to support her, it's going to be a problem. Dr. Contessa, don't be distracted. You have a lot of energy. Put it where it's supposed to be. Now, it seems like she was spot on to me. I was kind of impressed at her ability to do that so effortlessly. So, I guess she'll be back, child. Moving forward. Dr. Mimi, all I'm going to say is next season, if you come back, these assessments will come back to bite you in the butt, especially with Dr. Simone. Okay, and don't think she forgot. Now it's time for the men's segment. All the men come out. Andy is speaking to everyone. We find out Dr. Eugene's foot still hasn't fully healed. Listen to me. When you get older, it is harder for you to heal up. It takes so long. I messed up my foot, y'all, when my son was 4. It's just now somewhat healing. Okay, to where I can wear my heels and not scream. Like, it was bad. I was like, ooh, child. So, yeah, it takes a while. So, before they start, Andy asked if Dr. G and King could shake hands. Immediately, no. Andy asked about Dr. Eugene's med spa. It's doing well. Side note, baby, Steve's jacket is glistening. Shine bright like a diamond. Baby, when that camera panned over to him, I said, ting. Child, that thing was shining. Dr. Eugene was letting him know that he does want to do Botox, but he told Toya, I have to hire a hot woman. Now, Toya still wants the Botox of it all, but she needs to interview the heifer to make sure she ain't trying to do more than Botox, okay? So now on to the fight. They run the tapes back from the season. We see the fight that almost took place. And child, not them re-traumatizing me with this song. I gotta go to my life now, and I need to get a wife now. Whatever the hell he was talking whatever he was talking about. Oh my goodness. So Andy then asked the men if they are interested in starting a band. Like I said, the Bravo Band. Now, if you use that, any of y'all, I don't care if it's Andy, Dr. Damon, Dr. Scott, Dr. G, if y'all use that and don't run me my money, it's going to be a problem. Moving forward. So then Andy brings up Dr. Heavenly, saying that Dr. G was not respected in the medical community. Dr. G said he did not take too kindly to that because people are watching him. Andy wanted to know how Dr. Damon would feel if Sweet Tea tweeted that. He basically said, I wouldn't give a damn. He said, people have said twice that I'm a cheater. Okay? Nothing she says can hurt me. And them saying that, that's some bullshit. I said, oh, baby, he real mad. He's mad that Dr. G wouldn't speak on his character, but he sat there like a coward. Now, those were his words. He said, you sat there like a coward and didn't speak up on my character when you know me. How is him not inserting himself, him being a coward? He's right. He doesn't know what you'll do. Listen, people are capable of anything. So if he piped up and then you turned out to be a cheater, then what? He doesn't know what you'll do. And also, this was after your wife called him a pedophile. Be very for real. I'm not about to have your back and your wife just called me something disgusting. Where they do that at? So Dr. G wants to know, why are you so sensitive about cheater when that ain't got nothing to do with your wallet? That doesn't have anything to do with your practice. Then Cecil pipes up and says, well, Dr. Damon, you didn't stand up for Dr. G. When your wife said he wasn't respected in the medical community, knowing his character, why didn't you speak up for him? And that's true, Cecil. You're absolutely right. Heavenly in the back, fussing with Sweet Tea. Girl, you were dead wrong for even tweeting that. Them Twitter fingers are out of control. Why would you even tweet that? Now you back here arguing with this woman? Girl, hush. Dr. Eugene then tells him Dr. Heavenly calling him a pedophile on social media could have affected his practice. Baby, they could have shut that whole thing down. So Dr. Damon refuses to hold his wife accountable for her part. Talking about, well, cheating could have too. No, sir, what you do in your personal life, that's your business. But when you start saying things like that, that is insane. That is almost as bad as when Phaedra accused Candy of wanting to do things to Portia down in that dungeon. Y'all gotta stop just saying what the first thing that comes to your mind. So Dr. Damon was like, well, you could have said that to me. You could have came to me. We could have talked about it. He said Dr. G got in his feelings and then he didn't want to see his patients. And again, Dr. Damon, you're bringing it back to you. Begin at the beginning. Why would this man do anything for you after what was said and you did not correct it? You don't have to do it in front of everybody. You could have done it in private. He says, no, I stopped seeing your patients because they were high maintenance. And Dr. Damon told him, no, you were being spiteful. So just say that. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I do personally think that Dr. G is lying on that part. But again, I don't blame him because I wouldn't want to see the patients either after what your wife said about me. So now the ladies are in the back going at Sweet Tea about how Dr. G is wrong and Heavenly talking about that's a big bit. That's what he is, a big old bit. Now, do y'all remember when I think it was Dr. Contessa and Toya got into it and one of them called the other's husband a big bit? I think Dr. Contessa called Dr. Eugene that. That's not cool. Why are you calling that man out of his name? And I guess that's okay to call that lady husband that. And Sweet Tea ain't saying that she's really trying to, overlook what Heavenly is saying, but that's not cool at all. She let them play all in her face. Baby, it couldn't be me. She told them, y'all just need to be quiet. Y'all just need to be quiet. Here go Toya talking about, no, that's the problem in your household. Everybody quiet. Ain't nobody speaking but him. Toya, the same could be said about you and Dr. Eugene because you run all over him. Let's be so for real. Okay, both things are true. Only he talking over there and only you talking over there. And you know what I noticed about this group? They pick and choose whose marriage they want to support. Because when Dr. G and Quad were going through whatever, it didn't give nothing. This right here, you speaking about how in their household, he's the only one doing the talking. Why don't you take her and have a conversation with her like you would do anybody else? But y'all don't want to do that. And I ain't got time to be going through it, honey. I'm just waiting for y'all to wrap this up. We really could have wrapped it up tonight, but here we go. Moving forward. Andy wants to know if Dr. G would have turned away the patients had they not gotten into it. He says, yeah, I would have turned them away. And I told Dr. Damon that. Dr. Damon says, no, you did not. Okay, don't sit up here and lie. Integrity means a lot to me. When Dr. G started laughing when he said integrity means a lot to me, because I know he was thinking in the back of his mind, integrity means a lot to you, but your wife can tweet things like that. Is that a person of integrity? Now, me personally, I do not think that Dr. G told Dr. Damon that. I don't. Dr. G just need to keep it real. Now, I feel like this is cowardly. Just tell him, I didn't take your patients because I ain't want to. Okay? I wanted to cut professional ties with you after what your wife said. And what you gonna do? Just say that. Because this timing is too coincidental for that not to be the case. So they're going back and forth about who's lying and who's not. Dr. Damon, this is the thing. You cannot be mad because your wife caused all of this. Now, I do remember there was a scene when Dr. G said that he was too busy to take the patients, but he never said because the patient load was too much because they were too high maintenance. He never said that. So then Steve tries to step in and intervene so they can move on. Dr. Damon tells Dr. G, listen, I do want to talk to you because we were friends. So then Dr. G apologizes to him and says that he never meant to hurt him or let him down, and he apologizes. Now, I like that resolution. I just wish that the ladies could do that. And I hope that Dr. Damon is not holding a grudge, because it seemed like he was on King's side this season simply because of that. And I don't know if he really liked King for real. So then Andy brings up the couples trip. He wants to know how it could be troubling for exes. Dr. Eugene said, I wouldn't have been there. I know that's right. I know that's right. Baby, you wouldn't catch me in there. So then they read a comment about maybe Quad just loves her man. What is the issue? She just wanted to tell everybody how much she loved her man. Curtis then says that Quad had to listen about Sweet Tea an entire season. And Dr. G was just so smitten with Sweet Tea and saying all these things, and Quad just took it. So Quad is in the back like, yeah, I took it. Here go Dr. Simone and Sweet Tea. But no, you watched it on TV. You wasn't around. You watched it on TV. I don't give a damn. That doesn't matter. Y'all still brought this woman and this man here and propped him up to gloat. It does not matter. So then Quad says the fact that y'all brought them into this group is a problem. Now for me, I feel like this is why Quad has always been MIA, because y'all always took Dr. G's side. Even after the abuse allegations and the cheating, y'all were still on that man's side. So Dr. Simone said, well, you know, you weren't around, so we can usher in the people that we mess with. Quad then tells her, girl, shut the up. So now they on go. Dr. Simone told her, no, you shut the up. So then she gets up. Quad comes closer. Dr. Simone yelling all over everybody. She said Quad gave them her ass to kiss, and she went to hang out with Greg. So now they going back and forth and back. It's truly amazing to me to see how every season Dr. Simone finds a reason to beef with Quad. Lady, just say you don't like her, and you never will, because next season you're going to be fake apologizing. So please just say, girl, I don't like you and I never will. Stay from around me. Just say that, because you're fake. And Sweet Tea, girl, I'm speaking directly to you. I hope you don't consider Dr. Simone a true friend. This is simply out of spite. You are a person or an associate of convenience. Please do not get comfortable. The same way Toya used you to get rid of Quad and it didn't work, and then this season she went on back over there with Quad and you can kiss her behind, is the same way that Dr. Simone is going to do. Do not trust it. And I feel like it's also very hypocritical that they're just quick to say how volatile Sweet Tea is. And Dr. Simone has almost come to blows more than once at a reunion because of that mouth of hers. Toya, now Quad. Now they're about to fight. Well, I don't think they're actually going to fight, but you know, they get in each other's face. It's really getting heated. They're getting out in each other's face. But baby, when Quad called Dr. Simone a dirty bitch, baby, that came from her gut. When I tell you she pulled that from her heels, you dirty bitch, I said, oh, wait, baby, she meant that. Baby, she meant that. So now everybody trying to pull them apart. Simone, you really need to learn how to regulate your emotions. You are going through this season after season acting like a fool, and you're too seasoned for that. That is insane. This is totally embarrassing. Simone talking about, this was your karma. Oh, baby, you couldn't wait to say that. You couldn't wait to say that. You're trying to create karma? Girl, you never win when you play dirty. And that was the end of the episode. Listen, y'all comment down below. Tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. So much was going on in the A on Sunday night. Child, I got to rewatch just to see if I watched what I really watched. Y'all comment down below. Tell me what you think. Meet me next week for the final installment of the reunion. Then we're going to put them to rest, honey, and see what these heifers are doing on Atlanta, because they are losing their minds. Child, this is a fool. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.